Welcome, traveler of the mind. Tonight, we set aside the world of today and embark on a journey into the deep past. A past so distant, it lies beyond the reach of our history books, beyond the oldest fossils we've ever unearthed. Find a comfortable position. Let the sounds of your room fade into the background. Feel the gentle pull of gravity, a comforting weight that grounds you to this moment, to this planet. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the tensions of the day. Let your shoulders soften, your jaw unclench, and your thoughts begin to quiet. Tonight we will explore a single fascinating question. What if there was life before us? Not the life we know, not the majestic dinosaurs or the strange creatures of the primordial seas. We are venturing further into the realm of possibility. What if, millions, or even hundreds of millions of years ago, there were civilizations, thinking beings, with societies, cultures, and technologies who may have walked this very earth long before the first human ancestor ever appeared? As you close your eyes, let your body sink deeper and deeper into rest. Feel the surface beneath you, supporting you completely. Let your mind become a vessel, ready to travel far back in time. We will drift beyond recorded history, beyond human memory, into the profound silence of forgotten ages. For the next while, we will drift together through stories, ideas, and mysteries. A calm and peaceful journey into the unknown. Imagine the Earth, not as we see it now with its familiar continents, but as a different world. A world where the land masses are fused together in one great supercontinent, surrounded by a vast global ocean. The air is different, thicker perhaps, with a higher concentration of oxygen. The sun, a younger star, casts a slightly different light upon the landscape. In this ancient world, let's picture a civilization. Let's call them the Silurians, not after the geological period, but as a name for these hypothetical beings of the deep past. What did they look like? Perhaps they weren't humanoid at all. Maybe they evolved from insects, developing complex societies in colossal, crystalline hives that shimmered under the alien sun. Or perhaps they were amphibious, their cities built in the shallow, warm coastal waters, blending architecture with living coral reefs. Let your mind paint a picture of one of their cities. Imagine structures not of steel and concrete, but of bioluminescent materials, grown and shaped, pulsing with a soft internal light. Towers that spiral towards the sky, not in harsh angles, but in organic curves, like the shells of ancient sea creatures. The streets, if they had them, might be canals of flowing water, or woven bridges high in the canopy of gigantic prehistoric forests. What did they value? Perhaps their connection to the planet was far more profound than our own. They might have communicated not with spoken words, but through telepathy, or through subtle shifts in the colors of their skin, a living language of emotion and thought. They might have viewed the planet not as a resource to be exploited, but as a single, living organism of which they were just one small, harmonious part. They understood the rhythms of the Earth, the deep pulse of its geological heart. Think about their knowledge. Without the benefit of our science, how did they understand the universe? Maybe they mapped the stars not with telescopes, but with a deep, intuitive sense of cosmic geometry. They might have understood energy in a way we can only dream of, harnessing geothermal vents or the planet's magnetic field to power their glowing cities. Their technology would seem like magic to us, a seamless fusion of biology and engineering. What happened to them? This is the greatest mystery of all. A civilization so advanced, so in tune with its world. How could it vanish without a trace? The Earth is a relentless recycler. Over hundreds of millions of years, continents drift, mountains rise and fall, and oceans swallow the land. Any physical evidence of their existence, their cities, their tools, their art, would have been crushed, melted, and reformed by the planet's geological processes, ground into dust and scattered to the winds. Perhaps they didn't vanish in a great cataclysm. Maybe their end was more subtle. As the planet's environment slowly changed, as the atmosphere shifted, and the continents began their slow dance apart, perhaps they realized their time was over. With a wisdom we can scarcely comprehend, they accepted the end of their cycle. Maybe they left a message, a warning or a legacy, not etched in stone, but encoded into the very fabric of life itself. A silent signal hidden within the DNA of a simple organism waiting for a future intelligence to one day discover it. Or perhaps they left. Seeing the inevitable changes coming, they developed the means to travel beyond their world. They built vessels not of metal, but of living energy, and journeyed to the stars, seeking a new home among the countless worlds of the galaxy. They are out there still, perhaps, ancient and wise, occasionally looking back at the small blue dot where their story began, wondering if new life, new consciousness has finally emerged. Let's consider another possibility. What if their legacy isn't hidden in DNA or lost among the stars? What if it's all around us in the great, unexplained mysteries of our own world? The strange, vitrified forts found in Scotland, where stone was melted into glass by an unknown, intense heat. The intricate geometric patterns of the Nazca lines in Peru, visible only from the sky. Could these be the faint, eroded echoes of a power and a knowledge far older than we believe? Faint whispers from a world that existed before our own. We are sifting through the sands of deep time, searching for a ghost. A civilization that left no buildings, no fossils, no written words. The theory is called the Silurian hypothesis, and it asks a simple question. If an industrial civilization existed more than a few million years ago, what traces would it leave behind? The answer, most likely, is almost none. A thin layer of unusual sediment, a strange chemical anomaly in a rock core. These would be the only tombstones for an entire world. As we drift on this thought, feel a sense of profound humility. Our own time on this planet, the entire span of human history, is but a fleeting moment in the grand 4.5 billion year saga of the Earth. We feel so permanent, so significant, but in the context of deep time, we are a flicker. A brief, brilliant flash of consciousness on a world that has seen ages come and go like the turning of the tides. This thought is not meant to be unsettling, but comforting. It connects us to a story so much larger than ourselves. It suggests that the universe might be filled with cycles of life and intelligence, rising and falling like waves on a cosmic ocean. We are just the current wave, cresting in this particular moment. Now let's bring our journey to a gentle close. Let the images of ancient cities and forgotten beings dissolve like mist. Return your awareness to your own body, to the gentle rhythm of your breathing. Inhale calm, exhale peace. Feel the steady beat of your heart, a connection to the long, unbroken chain of life that stretches back through the eons. Whether or not a civilization existed before us, the mystery itself is a gift. It opens our minds, stretches our imagination, and reminds us that there is so much we do not know. The universe is vast and full of wonders, and we are just beginning to ask the right questions. As you continue to rest or drift into a deep and peaceful sleep, hold on to that sense of wonder. The world is more mysterious and more magical than we can ever fully comprehend. Rest now in the quiet knowledge that you are part of a story that is ancient, beautiful, and endless. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time. I hope it has brought you a measure of peace and wonder. If you enjoyed this exploration, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more journeys into the quiet corners of the mind. Sleep well.